All right, welcome back to Art Club. So as promised, today is going to be the really fun day. Yesterday we spent our time creating this gridded box, and today we get to put the party inside. So you can see down below here, this is an example of what this might look like when it's done. It's also going to give us some inspiration of different things that you could do with it. So you can see there's like weaving patterns, and there's arched patterns, and there's swirly twirlies, and there's zigzaggies, and all kinds of fun things going on. So this is where you just, there are no rules. You just play with paper, bend it, twirl it, cut it with your funky scissors that you've got, and make some fun stuff happen. Noticing too, like some of the stuff is like sticking out, some of it is tucked down in. So really just get creative and have some fun. So I'm just going to show you a couple of ideas, but once again, there are no real rules here. So cutting strips of paper, bending them, folding them, twisting them, twirling them, have some fun. So I did the basket weave here. So you can see I took 3 pieces of blue and I just glued them on either side like that. And then I'm starting to do the weave now. I've already got one through, so this one's going over, under, over for the orange. So now this one I'm going to have, I glued down this side already, and I'm going to go under, over here, and under here, and then glue it down over there. So I'm going to get it ready with my glue, so that once I tuck it down under, I can stick it to the wall. So once again, it was under here, so it's going to go over here, and now I'm going to go under this one and tuck it down in there. And my fingers are a little bit bigger, so it's kind of tricky to get down in there, but we're going to stick that to there and let that glue dry. Now I've got that basket weave there. You can see I've got a swirly twirly here. I'm going to add to this next. So to get those fun swirly twirlies, all I did was I took my strip of paper and I'm going to twirl it nice and tight around anything circular. I'm just using a pen here. And we're going to curl it all the way up, but you don't have to. Once again, there are no rules. I'm going to kind of give it a little hug around there so it stays better. Woo! We've got some nice swirly twirlies here. I'm going to maybe have this one coming through my orange swirly twirly. So I'm going to put my glue down there. And I'm going to have this one kind of like popping up out of the box. Stick that one down there. It's looking pretty cool, so I'll show you the side view, what we've got going on. So some of the stuff you can see is actually coming right on out of the box. I've got some where I kind of glued them down in there, just making a cute little pattern. I've got some zigzaggy ones here. So to do that, let's see, maybe I'll add in, I'm going to add in a white zigzaggy. So I've got some strips cut over here. So, you know, there's a couple ways to do that. You can just kind of bend it back and forth like that to get a sort of a zigzaggy pattern. You can see that's going to just turn out like that. Another way you can do it is to go sort of like when we made our square yesterday, from making a bunch of triangles, and then you just keep on folding it to make the triangle over and over again. That's actually what I did for this one. It's really hard with this tiny piece of paper, but I'll show you what that, so that ends up looking more like this, whereas once again the other side looks more like that. So those could be some fun things. Maybe I snip those off and have those popping out. Get my glue on there. And not every one of them needs to be super long either. You can see that because these boxes are rather small. Whoops, hard to get that glued on in there. So it can be a little tricky to get your fingers in there sometimes, but then it'll stay. So then now that one's popping out of there too. So all kinds of fun stuff, you guys. So feel free to get inspired by the picture below. Look up, you know, different paper techniques, curling, cutting, weaving online if you want to, but there's all kinds of fun stuff to this one. And once again, no rules, all party here. I can't wait to see your paper party box once it's finished. If you're able to, make sure to send me a picture. I always love seeing what you guys are creating, and I hope you had such a fun week. I'm so glad you were able to join, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.